Hello, fragrance loving family, and welcome to Middle Eastern Thursdays. So today I have a loaded video for you. We are going to, of course, do our haul. I have 10 fragrances here for you today that I have been waiting to open and sniff for the first time with you. But in addition to that, and even before we jump into the haul, we have to catch up because, oh my goodness, I have so much juicy stuff to share with you. But before we jump right in, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and in this channel we love to talk about fragrances, makeup, and fashion. I upload videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. If that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and you like that plan, well then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let's go. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you is there is a new fragrance that was just launched by LATAFFA, and it is called Teriyaki. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but most likely I'm not. You know how that goes. But anyway, so Teriyaki is a fragrance that, are you ready? The perfumer behind Teriyaki, which is a LATAFFA fragrance, is none other than Quentin Bish. Yes, guys, Quentin Bish. You know, Quentin Bish. So when I heard that, I could not believe it. So I immediately started looking for it, but it does not become available here in the US until February 9th. So I went ahead and I pre-ordered it. I just wanted to let you know that this fragrance is on its way to me, and as soon as I receive it, I will go ahead and start testing it, and hopefully I can give you, of course, a haul and a preliminary review in case you're interested in picking it up. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is that there is a new fragrance that was just released, I think at the end of 2023, but it has not really arrived in the US. I think it's now just coming because I pre-ordered it and it says that it will ship out on February 10th. And the name of this fragrance is December Vanille. Now this fragrance is supposed to be inspired by Kayali's Vanilla Royale Patchouli, sugared patchouli, you know, the one that has like that mirrored bottle. Oh, I cannot wait. So there's a fragrance that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while, but once I heard about it, I went out looking for it and I couldn't find it. It was sold out like for the longest time, but I found it, and it is Forbidden Sugar by Paris Corner. I think it's part of the Amir collection. Now I have to tell you, whenever I see a fragrance and it says that it's part of the Amir collection, I typically run and do my research because I've been so impressed with anything that comes out of the Amir side of Paris Corner. They are just incredible fragrances. But people speak very, very highly of Forbidden Sugar, and it's supposed to be inspired by the fragrance Sugar by Franck Moclet, I think his name is. I am not familiar with him or his fragrances, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying this fragrance. I think it's going to be really yummy. The next update that I wanted to give you has me super excited, and you'll understand why in a moment. So many of you have left me messages telling me about Rifakat, you know, from Emir again, Paris Corner. And the reason I'm so excited is because my understanding is that this fragrance is supposed to be inspired by YSL's Baby Cat, which is right now my favorite leather fragrance. And I do have Baby Cat. I had to order this Rifakat because number one, if I can get my hands on another bottle of a fragrance that is as incredible as Baby Cat without having to pay what I had to pay for Baby Cat, then let's go, let's do it, right? And number two, because I really wanted a backup bottle of Baby Cat, so now I have the opportunity to do that with Rifakat. So once I receive it, I will definitely, of course, haul it with you, and I will share my thoughts. Another fragrance and update that I wanted to give you is also super exciting. All of these are exciting, but this one is also exciting. This is another Emir Paris Corner fragrance that I believe it was initially launched in 2021. Let me know if you know, but I think it was initially launched in 2021. But guys, it was launched and then it like poof, disappeared. And it was sold out for the longest time. But I just got my little hands on it and I can't wait to share it with you. So this fragrance is Mango Punch. Now, Mango Punch is supposed to be inspired by Wilhelm's Mango Skin, you know, that fragrance that was so hyped, and I'm sure that the hype is real. I had it in my cart several times, but for some reason I never pulled the trigger on the Wilhelm fragrance. But now I've got Mango Punch on its way to me and I can't wait to share it with you. The next fragrance that I wanted to give you an update on is Pear Potion. Now, Pear Potion is supposed to be a fragrance inspired by Escada plus the note of pear. Now, I've never gotten my nose on an Escada fragrance, and I don't even know if they have multiple fragrances. I'll do all of that research before I bring you this fragrance. But this fragrance is a new launch from end of 2023, but here in the US, it's a new launch and it will be available starting February 10th. And I, of course, put in my pre-order because I've got you. I've got you. We are going to go through Pear Potion. Now, I love fragrances with the note of pear, so I am super excited to get my hands on this one. Another awesome update that I have for you is about LATAFFA again. Now, LATAFFA, I don't know if you know, you probably know by now. Just let me know in the comment section if you knew about this and what your thoughts are. But anyway, so LATAFFA launched at the end of 2023 an entire new line, right? So LATAFFA is the parent company, but this is supposed to be under the umbrella of LATAFFA. And this other sub-company, I guess, is called Niche Emirati. Now, Niche Emirati is supposed to be a very exclusive collection of fragrances that have the level of quality of your typical niche fragrance. So let me show you what the fragrances of Niche Emirati look like. So did you see those fragrances? Wow, right? Totally different. So there's a total of 8 fragrances in this initial collection of Niche Emirati, and I got my little hands on 5 of them because I did quite a bit of research before deciding which ones I wanted to pick up to share with you. And some of them seem to me are going to be a bit masculine. So I decided to just not pick them up at this time, but most likely once I try these first 5 that I picked up, if I like them, I'll probably pick up the rest so that I can definitely give you a good and detailed review. But I am super excited about this because do you imagine? I think, by the way, and this is just my opinion, I think this is LATAFFA's approach to competing with the Emir collection of Paris Corner. Because I have to tell you, the Emir collection of Paris Corner, I can't think of one fragrance that has been a complete flop that I've had on my nose. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. So I also wanted to share a couple of other things that are not related to fragrances. The first one is, guys, I don't know if you realized that we have hit 5,000 plus subscribers. I can't tell you how much it means to me to reach this milestone. I am so happy, but more than just a subscriber count, what I value the most is our community, is our fragrance loving family. It is very important to have a group of people that you share the same passions and thoughts with. We may not always agree on which fragrance is better or not as good as the other, or which one we like or we just don't like at all and we hate, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the beauty, that we all have different opinions, but we all come together under the umbrella of fragrance lovers. And I just want to thank you all so much, for your time, for watching the videos, for your support, for your love, for your comments, for everything that you've taught me throughout the way. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to say thank you. Now, of course, you know that I'm working on some sort of giveaway, and I will be announcing the giveaway next week. Now, for an update that has to do everything with housekeeping, I just wanted to tell you guys to please always be sure to check the community tab of the channel, because if I have any updates or any changes in the schedule of the channel, or there's an incredible deal that I found somewhere, or a fragrance was out of inventory for the longest time and I found it, that is where I will post my update. So please always be sure to check the community tab. So the first fragrance that I want to share with you today is a pretty new release from LATAFFA, and it is called BAYAAN. And it comes in this beautiful box. It has like an elastic type of thing going on here, and then it clips on to the sides. Very creative. So let's see. And then you open the box. Oops, it just comes off. And then here is the fragrance. Wow, that is really, really beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let me take it out of the box. Okay, so here is the bottle. Okay, so before I go ahead and spray this fragrance, which I'm dying to do, the notes of this fragrance are cassis, lychee, pink pepper, rose, cardamom, praline, moss, oud, and vanilla. And I have in my notes that this is supposed to be inspired by Louis Vuitton Ombre or Ombre Nomade, but honestly, I've never gotten my nose on that fragrance, so I won't be able to tell you, you know, how similar is it. If you've tried that fragrance, let me know if you've tried that fragrance and if you had heard of BAYAAN, because yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and spray it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is really beautiful. Ooh, this is very different. This is not like all the other rose lychee fragrances that I've tried before, because typically a rose lychee fragrance is like pretty sweet. This is sweet, but it's not very sweet. This is just a tad sweet to my nose. It's opening with quite a bit of rose and oud. And I am loving the oud in this fragrance. It's not a smooth oud, but it's not a skanky barnyard one, nor a very strong oud. It's like perfectly balanced with the rose is what it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, oh, now I'm picking up on that lychee. Oh. Guys, this is very fruity. You know that moss that's supposed to be at the base? That moss comes in immediately with the oud, by the way. I'm picking up on that moss, and that moss adds more character and depth to this fragrance. Now I'm picking up on, this is aromatic. There's like an earthy quality to it that I really can't explain. But if I had to be a guessing girl, this is definitely the oud and the moss. Oh, I love it. Wow. This is really, really good. I'm not picking up on a lot of the vanilla. I am picking up on some of the vanilla, but yeah, the vanilla is not the... Yeah, the vanilla is not one of the stars here. No, the stars here, so you know, are the oud, the rose, that moss, which is done so right. Oh, this is really good. This is really, really good. This is a really aromatic fragrance. This is not reminding me of anything, but I've never gotten my nose on that fragrance from Louis Vuitton. Wow, but this is really good. Oh, this is really, really good. You know, I have to try it on my skin, but I'm going to tell you that I think this is the type of fragrance that you could probably get away with using all year round. You could take this to the office. Yep. You could dress it down. I can see myself wearing a pair of jeans, a white man's shirt and a pair of jeans. And some booties or some even sneakers and this fragrance. And I'll still look elegant. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, this fragrance is incredible. I love it. All right, so the next fragrance that I want to share with you is supposed to be a fragrance that has been around for quite some time, but it's totally new to me. And according to my notes, it's supposed to be inspired by Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. And I am talking about ANDALEEB. And if any of you have this in your collection or any of these fragrances, please let me know your thoughts, because of course I'm going to start testing it. And you know, I'm just curious to know what has people's reaction been, especially to fragrances that have been around. I don't know how old this fragrance is. All I know is that it's not like a brand new fragrance like BAYAAN, which by the way, guys, that fragrance was really, really good. Really, really good. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this one. So it comes in this really regular box, which I don't mind it. We can't just always have extra packaging, right? So, ooh. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that bottle. Oh my goodness. Are you guys looking at this? Like, do you see this pearl? And then a tiny pearl here. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Look at those touches, at the touches of like little crystals. Very, very nice. I hope that I'm making the bottle justice with the camera. Before I spray it, let me give you the notes. So the top notes are orange, mandarin orange, bergamot. The middle notes are jasmine and rose. And the base notes are patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. Oh yeah. This opens up quite woody and citrusy. This is definitely inspired by Scandal. But to my nose, it's not exactly the same. No. I think the white florals here, because now I'm getting white florals, are less prominent in the opening than what I remember Scandal to be. I'm not much of a fan of Scandal, if I'm honest with you, because of that. And I love white florals, but I just like them to be super balanced. And I know that Scandal is a great fragrance and that it's designed to have white florals that are heady like that, but I just don't like that. Oh my goodness, the amount of patchouli here. Ooh. Quite a bit of patchouli, but it doesn't make the fragrance green, which is really interesting. This is warm, spicy. There's an earthiness to it, and I'm pretty sure it's that patchouli, but this is not a dirty patchouli. I can almost smell, if this even makes sense, I can almost smell the freshness of the patchouli. Oh my goodness, this is really good. This is really, really good. Like if there's anything about Scandal, I don't know if you own it or if you've tried this one and compared it to Scandal, let me know. But if you've ever like tried Scandal and you had a problem, the same problem that I had, there was just something sticking out in that fragrance that didn't let you quite love it. Oh, you should really give this one a shot. This is very aromatic. Oh, and there's powderiness here. Oh, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna really like this. Yeah. Yeah, because in this type of floral, where there's so many white florals here and then you have that patchouli, I really need like something grounding at the dry. Oh wow. Ooh, there's some spices coming through here, but I don't know what they are. Yeah, this is gonna be a powdery dry down for sure. Yeah. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. And honestly, this hasn't even had a chance to like macerate or anything. I am loving this bottle, and I really love that fragrance. You know, at first impression, that is the type of fragrance that can be pretty versatile. I don't think that it's like a special event type of fragrance. No, this could be your signature fragrance. This is definitely good for the office, good for any occasion. I'm pretty sure that this is not one that you have to limit to certain seasons of the year. This is, oh my goodness, and I am loving that smell. It's permeating everywhere in here right now. This is really, really good. And I have a feeling that once it macerates, it's going to be a beast. If you've gotten your nose on this fragrance, or you've owned this fragrance or whatever, can you please just let me know in the comments below, because I really like this one. This one's definitely a keeper. And of course, guys, as always, I will link everything in the description box for you, whatever I can find, because sometimes these things have just sold out. But whatever I can find, I will definitely link it for you. And also, of course, I will circle back with reviews on these fragrances. So this fragrance that I'm going to share with you next is ANARCH. And guys, if you have any Tiziana Terenzi in your collection, I'm sure you recognize this box, right? It looks just like a Tiziana Terenzi box. But anyway, so this is ANARCH, and it comes in this box, and ooh, there's the fragrance. Very, very beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So before we jump into spraying this one, guys, I have to tell you, I have to stop for a minute and tell you. So ANDALEEB, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. ANDALEEB, I'm going to have to open a window or something, because my goodness, that fragrance is no joke, and I am really loving it. But it is a beast. Like, guys, you saw I only sprayed like 2, and I'm not even full spraying, and it is just everywhere right now. But anyway, let me give you the notes of ANARCH, and they are, top notes are bergamot, jasmine, grass, and lang lang. Middle notes are lily, peach, violet leaves, heliotrope, pear blossom, and damask rose. And at the base, we have ebony wood, amber, cashmere wood, vanilla, sugar, tonka bean, and coconut. That sounds like Andromeda to me, but let's see. Very nice atomizer. Okay, this is definitely inspired by Andromeda. There is a difference in the opening that I can't put my finger on yet, and I know this fragrance really well. This opens with quite a bit of woodiness and vanilla, like a lot of vanilla, which is making it quite sweet. There's a good bit, of course, of white florals here. It is sweet, it is powdery. There's a green quality to this fragrance that is a higher pitch than the green that I experienced in Andromeda, which is barely there to my nose. This one has a bit more greenness to it. Oh, and the citruses here are beautifully done. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So this is going to be one of those fragrances that just leaves me floored, because this is definitely Andromeda with a tad difference in the level of citrusness and green. If you've never tried any Tiziana Terenzi fragrances, they have a very specific DNA, in my opinion. And this one, Andromeda, is Andromeda and Cassiopeia, I would say, are pretty high up there in the ranking typically of any Tiziana Terenzi collector. But this fragrance right here, this ANARCH, they did this right. They did this really, really, really right, if you know what I mean. So if you've ever wanted to get your hands on Andromeda and it's been a budget consideration, this is a great opportunity, because I am telling you, I would be surprised if anybody, a true connoisseur of this fragrance, will be able, if you wear this somewhere, will they be able to pick up the difference? I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Wow. I could just sniff this forever because I really love this fragrance. And of course I have it as part of testing. I will compare it for you, but I can tell you right now, this is definitely Andromeda. This is Andromeda. With the exception of that greenness, that green quality that I told you about, but it makes this fragrance exquisite. This is really, really good. I am floored. You remember my reaction, if you've been with me for a while, remember my reaction to Baroque Satin? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let me know if you've tried this fragrance, and let me know your thoughts if you've compared it to Andromeda. Okay, so now we're gonna try two fragrances that I've been dying to try. They're part of like a 3 fragrance collection within Paris Corner, and I'm talking about Eternal Meadows, Eternal Coffee, and I'm still trying to find Eternal Musk for you. And anyway, I've heard that Eternal Musk is incredible, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try and find it so that I can bring it to you. But today we're gonna try these two, and let's go ahead and start with Eternal Meadows, because this one I've been dying to try just to compare it with other coffee fragrances that are out there. So it comes just in this regular box. Let's go ahead and open it. Oh my goodness, these bottles, guys. This is a very beautiful bottle. This is not plastic, it's like glass. Wow. And oh wow, it's not magnetized, but this is it's like a type of plastic, but it's not, it doesn't feel cheap to me. This is really nicely done. Oh my goodness, this is really, really nicely done. Okay, so let me tell you the notes of this one before I spray it, because it's not on Fragrantica, so I pulled it from some other site. So at the top, this has a fougere accord. It has lavandin and cedar wood leaves. Not cedar wood, but cedar wood leaves, which leads me to believe that there will be a certain level of greenness in this fragrance, but I could be totally wrong. Then in the middle notes, it has oriental accord, vanilla wood, and patchouli. And then at the base, it has lavender and dry amber. This sounds really interesting. I can't wait. Nice sprayer. This is a very fresh fragrance, but it's not green like I thought it would be. No, this is a very fresh fragrance. There's also quite a bit of patchouli here, so you have to like patchouli. This is not a dirty patchouli, but it's that patchouli. You know, if you take like the patchouli and you like crush it, it has that very even stronger scent. That's what I'm getting here. But it's really, really good. Oh, this is really good. I'm not picking up on any vanilla, but I am picking up on a woodiness with a hint of sweetness. And I dare say that that's the vanilla wood. Yeah, because I'm picking up on this woodiness definitely from the opening. And now it's just getting stronger. Like the woodiness is getting stronger, which makes the freshness tone down a bit. And I'm getting quite a bit of creaminess now. This is not going to be for everybody though. This is different. This is very different. This, it's really interesting because it almost smells like it could have been a green fragrance, but it's not. It's more like fresh, spicy. And I think that what it is that lavandin is being amped towards the dry down. But this is very creamy. This is really, really good. I just don't think that this is for everybody. This is not one that I would say go out there and you know and pick it up unless you get your nose on it, or you understand the notes that I read to you and you like them, then you'll be fine. You can pick it up. But otherwise, yeah, this is not going to be for everybody. Yeah. Will I pull this fragrance? Yeah, I will. This is very different. But this, for me, this is the type of fragrance that I would limit to casual occasions. This is not a date night for me at all. You could do this for the office. You could use this for the office. If I'm having a very important meeting in the office, this is not what I would wear. For me, there's an air of casual to this fragrance that is done very beautifully, by the way. Yeah, 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 this is really, really nice. He's wearing all Land's End, an outfit from like Land's End, that level of casual, but he's getting into his Beamer. Yeah, that's what I smell with this one. Yeah. And I said he, but it could have been a she. It just came up, you know, because I said Land's End. But this is really, really good. Okay, so then here is Eternal Coffee, and it comes in the same type of box, but of course, brown for the coffee. Again, just a regular box. Huh. Oh, look at this bottle. I am loving that bottle. Look at this. So I guess this is the coffee with the very dark brown. And then here you have, I guess, the cream. This is just me making assumptions, guys, okay? I could be totally wrong. Okay, so before we spray it, let me tell you what the notes of this one are. The top are coffee, milky. It says milky, and I got it from their site. So it's coffee, milky, and caramel. The middle notes are lactonic, coconut, heliotrope. And then at the base, we have musk, sugar, tonka bean, and creamy. So creamy is not a note, but it's a quality that the fragrance could have. So I'm assuming that when they said at the top milky, that you're gonna sense that it's milky when it opens. That's what I'm assuming. And then at the base, when it says creamy, I'm assuming that you're gonna feel like it's creamy. But let's spray this. Very nice atomizer. Oh wow, guys, I haven't even gotten this on my nose, and I can already, I could just talk about it right now. Oh, oh, oh wow, oh my goodness. Wait. Did I say Bailey's Irish Cream? No, I didn't say Bailey's. I could swear there's Bailey's Irish Cream in this fragrance. Guys, so sometimes at night, instead of like a dessert after dinner, I'll make like a version of my own of Irish coffee. And I put like coffee, a little bit of almond creamer, and Bailey's Irish Cream in there. This is deliciousness. This is like coffee gourmand. This is, oh my goodness. I could sniff this all day long. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Okay. So, you know, if you've been with me for a while, we opened and hauled together French coffee. Remember my reaction? I told you I did not want to smell like a barista. Okay, this one I don't mind. While French coffee was like, give me 3 shots of espresso, and I dropped one of them on my top by mistake, and now I smell like that. While that's French coffee, this one is just like, I am telling you, this is not just that I put cream in my coffee and sugar. Oh no. This is like I put Bailey's Irish Cream in it. And you know what's funny? This fragrance is not boozy. It's really not boozy at all. So when I say Bailey's Irish Cream, it's giving me like the Bailey smell, but not boozy. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. And it's very strong. Like when I sprayed it, I could immediately smell it. Like smell it all. Oh my God, this is so good. If you are into coffee fragrances, this is a must. This is for you. Incredible. Love it. I'm moving on, because if not, I could be here forever. Okay, so this next one I think has been not around for a very long time, but it's not like a brand new release or anything like that, but I've been wanting this one for quite some time, and it is LATAFFA's WAZEER. Of course, I want to know if you've tried this, if you have it in your collection. Guys, I am in heaven because I can still smell that ANDALEEB. I love it. Oh my gosh, that fragrance is really good. But that coffee one we just covered, okay, I'm moving on. I'm sorry. So let me open this for you. It just comes in this regular box, very nice box. You know, oh, and by the way, this is all very soft here. It's not just a sticker. It's like, you know, very nice. Oh, wow. So look at this, guys. I don't know. This is giving me like Penhaligon's vibes. This is giving me Penhaligon's vibes, but this is really nice. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. So let me tell you the notes of this one before we spray it. So at the top we have orange, mint, bergamot, and juniper. In the middle we have chocolate, caramel, raspberry, pear, iris. That's a lot of good notes. And then at the base we have amber, vanilla, sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, and musk. Okay, those notes really don't remind me of anything, but let's see my notes. Yeah, I could not find that this is inspired by anything, and those notes do not remind me of anything. But let's see, I can't wait to try this one. Very, very good atomizer. Okay, this opens up extremely aromatic. So you have to like aromatic fragrances. If not, you'll never get past this opening. But this is really good, really, really good. This is very sweet. I'm getting some woodiness. This is not only aromatic, but it's also very spicy and like bordering on green right now. I'm not picking up on citruses. Remember how in the opening supposedly it has bergamot and others that should allow for a citrus opening. I'm not getting that at all. What I'm getting is a fresh spiciness, greenness, sweetness, woodiness. This is going to dry down powdery because I'm starting to get those powdery qualities to it. This, I've never smelled anything like this. No, this is totally different, but this is really good. This is different, this is good, but you have to like fresh, spicy / green fragrances that are aromatic. Oh, this is really, really good. This is really good. Yeah. Yeah, that chocolate is coming in. I'm just waiting to see if the chocolate is going to take center stage because that chocolate is not playing right now. I'm picking up on that chocolate. No, I think it's just going to stay there because now what I'm getting is more powderiness, which tells me that we're approaching the dry down. This is really, really good. Without having tested it, and of course I haven't let it macerate, but I can already tell you like this is an aromatic, fresh, spicy, bordering on green fragrance. Is it full on green fragrance? No, but it definitely has enough greenness that you have to appreciate greenness in a fragrance, if you know what I mean. It's fresh, spicy, bordering on green. It has a good amount of woodiness. It's sweet. I could not pick up on the citruses, but maybe the citruses are allowing me to get that fresh that I'm describing in my fresh, spicy. It's just that I'm getting a freshness with spices. So that's my fresh spicy. And it definitely has a powdery dry down. But the powderiness, I can assure you, is not going to be heavy powdery. It's going to be slight powdery, just to make it an interesting, sophisticated fragrance. This is a fragrance with quite a bit of character. I dare say that once it sits, it's going to be a powerhouse. I can almost assure you that just from what I got right now. But I will also tell you that this is not a fragrance that I would use during the summer at all. I would definitely recommend this for spring, beginning of spring, unless you live like in Florida, because beginning of spring in Florida, you could have 80 degrees. So anyway, no, I would say winter, fall, beginning of spring, as long as it's mild weather. But late spring and summer, this, at least me, this is not a fragrance that I would recommend, and definitely not a fragrance that I would pull for that. But let me tell you, fall and winter, oh yeah. So this next one, guys, is really interesting. I picked it up because the bottle is so unique. And I just thought that it was pretty interesting, but I couldn't even find all of the notes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share it with you. So this one is called Brown Orchid Oud Edition. Like, have you heard of this one before? I know that there's supposed to be other orchids. This is supposed to be the brown one just because it's brown box, I guess. I don't know. If you know anything about this fragrance, please let me know. So it just comes in this very regular box. Wow. But then look, guys, look at the bottle. Do you see how it's like laced? Love it. So different, right? So let's see. It has this little tag here. I hope this is where they're going to tell me what the notes are, hopefully. No, it doesn't say anything in there. So I don't have notes or anything on this fragrance, so we're just going to wing it. Let me go ahead and spray it and let's see. Okay, I'm already picking up on oud and I haven't even put it on my nose. This is going to be a very oud fragrance. Oh yeah. Well, they did say that it was Brown Orchid Oud Edition. Oh yeah. But this is not Skanky Barnyard. But this is not a smooth oud. This is a very potent, strong, Middle Eastern presence type of oud. This is not for everybody, but this is incredible. I'm picking up on a nutty quality here. What is that? What is that? There's a creaminess here. There's quite a bit of oud. Trying to figure out what these are. Are these? It's not almonds, pralines, and a little bit of vanilla. But the vanilla is not taking, no, the vanilla is not even taking front anything. This is all about the oud. This is the type of fragrance, guys. This is very Middle Eastern, very Middle Eastern. And this is the type of fragrance where the oud is at the center and all the other notes are dancing around it. Yeah, I really like this fragrance. But this is not for everybody. Listen, if you're an oud lover and you love a good, intense, totally Middle Eastern presence type fragrance, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. This is done very nicely. I have not smelled anything like this at all. Oh, but I'm loving the way they did the oud here. You know, this is the type of fragrance that if you are an oud lover and you just have a day where you just want to smell oud, because there will be days like that if you're an oud lover, then this is the fragrance that you want in your collection, because you can just spray it and live your best life all day. Oh yeah, this is really good. This is really good, but this is not for everybody. This is truly for oud lovers. If you're an oud lover, this is one fragrance that you will use for any occasion, any time of the year, because you are an intense oud lover, and you will love this fragrance because you will layer it with others. This is an incredible fragrance to give any other fragrance depth and a lot of character and oomph, because the oud here is no joke. So this next fragrance is one that I've also heard about quite a bit, and I've just been dying to try it. And this is KHALTAAT Al Arabia, I think is what it is. And it comes in this very nice box, as you can see. And let's go ahead and open it. Ooh, look at this bottle. Oh my goodness, very reflective, very nice. All right, let me get you the notes before we jump into spraying it. The notes in this one are at the top, fruits and apple. Middle notes, spices, nutmeg and clove. and at the base, amber, musk, and woodsy notes. Very interesting. Let's see. So guys, they're supposed to be, like, this fragrance is not supposed to be inspired by anything according to all my research and my notes, but this is not reminding me of anything, but I am loving this fragrance. I think that this will be my number one for the day, followed by ANDALEEB, and then that coffee one. Or maybe the coffee one shares the number one spot with this one, but right now, this is incredible. This opens up quite fruity, but what I'm loving about this fragrance is that the fruitiness is done just right. You know how sometimes a fragrance opens up and it's fruity in the opening and sweet, and it's just a bit too much. It's like, oh my gosh, you're doing too much fragrance, right? But this one, oh my goodness, this opens up like fruity, warm, spicy. It's perfection. I am loving this fragrance. Yeah, there's quite a bit of musk, not so much woodiness, but the woods are there, definitely there. And I just know that the dry down is going to be full on powdery. This is going to be a powdery dry down, but it's going to be so beautiful. And you know, all throughout, those fruits are just lingering there, and they're doing it so nicely. So if you are into fruity fragrances, and honestly, even if you're not into fruity fragrances, I dare say you're going to like this one, because the fruits are like tamed. Everybody's like in their role, and nobody's trying to be the leader here. Everybody understands the concept of team playing in this fragrance, which is not common in fragrances. But this is the type of fragrance that you can dress up or dress down. You can use this fragrance all throughout the year, day, night. Day, night, it doesn't matter, all throughout the year. Wow. Okay, this one, for sure, a winner. Loving this fragrance. Absolutely loving it. If you have this fragrance, if you've tried it, if you know anything about it, just let me know. I couldn't find any fragrance that it was inspired by, and my nose right now is not telling me, hey, go check so-and-so or look into so-and-so. All right, so this next fragrance is a fragrance that I've had my eyes on for quite some time, and I finally picked it up, and it's called MAZAAJI. I think this has been around for a while, but I'm not sure. If you have it in your collection, or you like it, or you've heard about it, just let me know. Look at that beautiful bottle. You see that rose print on there? It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let me share the notes with you before we spray it. Okay, so the notes for this one are at the top, orange blossom and jasmine. Middle notes are floral notes and rose. And then at the base, powdery notes and white musk. Okay, based on those notes, I think this is going to be an extremely floral fragrance, like a combination of different florals on a musk base. Okay, without even putting it on my nose, I'm getting white florals and I'm getting rose immediately. Oh yeah, this is definitely different. I've never smelled anything like this, but I'm loving this. If you're into floral fragrances, this will be heaven for you, because this is done really, really right. This is perfection in spring for me. This is perfection in spring. It's like if you wear this fragrance, you're gonna feel like you're blooming with the rest of vegetation during spring, like with the rest of the flowers and the plants, like you're part of the blooming process. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Okay, so this is a sweet fragrance. I'm picking up on quite a bit of white florals in the opening with a very prominent rose, but the rose does not take over for the white florals at all. The white florals, and the rose are playing very well together, but you can distinguish clearly the rose from the white florals. It is sweet, but not very sweet, very balanced, very, very well done fragrance. Oh, this is really, really good. Wow, we've hit a couple of very strong hitters today, because the previous one was like the perfect fruit fragrance, the perfect fruity balanced fragrance. And this is the perfect floral balanced fragrance. And I can tell you that these are both going to be beast mode because the level of intensity is there already. Okay, so let me tell you, if you are someone that's into floral fragrances, this is, to me, perfection. This is also, if you're into floral fragrances, this is the type of fragrance that you could make your signature scent. And honestly, the beauty of this fragrance is that I can see someone wearing this all throughout the year. And the spin could be that this is your signature fragrance, but you layer others when you want to take it to another level or bring a twist to this fragrance, because this is outright a floral fragrance. To the core, this is a floral fragrance. This is not, to me, this is not a rose fragrance. This is a floral fragrance. The florals are playing beautifully with the rose. The rose has its own place, but all the other florals have their place too. And nobody's trying to overpower the other. Yeah, this is perfection. This is really one of the most beautiful floral fragrances I've smelled in quite a while. Okay, so we are down to the last fragrance for today, and this one is Ard ALHAMBRA MITHQAL. Guys, look at that front, look on the side, and look at the cap. Wow, this is really, really beautiful. I think this may be a sticker, but I'm not hating it. This bottle is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this would make a beautiful gift. Let me tell you what the notes are before I spray it. So the notes for this one are amber, sandalwood, musk, jasmine, patchouli, rose, and lang lang. And so you know, I could not find any inspired by fragrance reference for MITHQAL. Oh, this is another one that's very different. Ooh, this is truly an ambery fragrance. This is an amber fragrance all the way. Quite a bit of woods in the opening, very woody. To the core, this is an amber fragrance with woodiness, quite a bit of woodiness. The patchouli is definitely very present, but it's not dominant or front and center or anything like that. No, the patchouli is definitely doing its job. It's a nice patchouli. So from the moment that I first sniffed it, I picked up on the woody notes and the animalic quality, which is very, very small, very faint, but yeah. But it does something to the fragrance that makes the fragrance have character. Because if not, it would not be, at least for me, it would not be an impressive fragrance, because it would be pretty common, you know, some florals, some woods, some patchouli, and powdery, right? No, but this one, this is really good. You know what's interesting? So when I sprayed this fragrance, I heard, you know, there's like a hollowness, which tells me that this is definitely a sticker. And I thought, uh-oh, am I not going to like this fragrance? And to be honest with you, the bottle is beautiful. I really don't care that there's a sticker there, because what I really wanted to make sure is that the fragrance is good, and the fragrance is exceptional. It's completely different. I don't have anything like this. This is a very complex fragrance. This is not your run-of-the-mill. This is really different. This is very interesting. I really like this, and I'm still smelling it now. Oh my goodness. Anyway, guys, let me know if you've tried this fragrance, you have it in your collection, what your thoughts are, and yeah. All right, so we've reached the end of today's video, and I hope that I was able to bring you some selections that excite you. And if you have any of these fragrances or you've tried them, please let me know your thoughts, because I am so curious. I have to tell you, I am really looking forward to testing these fragrances, because today's haul has quite a number of fragrances that I really, really appreciate and that I can tell are complex. They're not run-of-the-mill, you know, like we've smelled that before, maybe with just this extra note or that note. No, these fragrances have a journey to them, and I know that they do, so I am dying to test them and come back to you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today. Again, thank you so much for the love and the support, and I will see you in the next video.